Welcome back to High Stakes MMA, UFC Fight Night Breakdown, Gagne versus Volkov. Took a week off. We're back with the breakdown here. Kicking off the fight card with Charles Rosa, 13-5, taking on Justin Jaynes, 16-7. For Rosa, coming out of ATT, 34 years old, 5'9", with a 69-inch reach. On the flip side for Justin, 31 years old, 5'7", with a 67.5-inch reach. Starting off, Charles, he's alternated some losses and wins since 2014 debut against Dennis Seaver. He's 2-2 out of his last 4. He upset Manny Bermudez, and then he fell to Bryce Mitchell, one of the division's rising stars. Rosa is a finisher with 11 wins coming by finish. For Jaynes, he stepped up on short notice to meet Frank Camacho at UFC, and stopping him in under a minute of work, but hasn't looked the same since losing 3 in a row. Rosa, he hasn't looked the best against wrestlers outside of Bermudez. His jiu-jitsu hasn't served him well off his back. As for Jaynes, on the other hand, he wants to stand and bang. Rosa definitely is going to have the edge in his jiu-jitsu and cardio. If Rosa does get out of the first round, then I see Jaynes wearing down late, and anytime after round 1.
Man, this one's kind of hard for me because both of these guys are, just not living up to their full potential or potential that we kind of more or less placed on them. Rosa, he's supposed to be the jiu-jitsu wizard, but his last couple fights, he's been getting completely out-grappled and whatnot. He's been alternating wins and losses, so if you go strictly by that, he should be getting this dub over Justin. But that's just not how shit works. It does sometimes, though, but going on Justin's side here, his last 3 fights, he's been taking L's, man, and he's been getting finished in every single one of them. The only thing we can say is that those have been more or less short-notice fights. I think the longest he's got to prepare was about 6 weeks, so he's definitely getting more than that here. He's been knowing about this one for at least a few months already. I don't know how much that's going to play into a factor. If it does play into a factor and Justin Jaynes' cardio is there, I think this makes it a dangerous fight for Rosa. Rosa's just been looking like he's been on a decline lately. Like I said, he's supposed to be the jiu-jitsu guy, but he's getting out grappled and outworked by Derek Minner. When Derek Minner's looking good in his own right, coming out of Glory and whatnot, MMA. But before that, his loss against Bryce Mitchell, he just got completely dominated. He was able to get out of a very dangerous spot in those grappling exchanges, but nonetheless, he was dominated. I mean, you could have made a case for 10-8 in those rounds. So, just going strictly off that, you would think Rosa has the leg up because it's just going to be, you tend to lean towards the grappler in these type of fights where it's going to be close. I just think Justin has a little bit more pop in his punches, and I've been going on Justin the last couple fights just because, his Frank Camacho win was devastating. It was quick. His Gavin Tucker loss in the 3rd round, he did give Gavin Tucker all sorts of problems, dropped him in that first round, and then eventually slowed down. In the Benitez fight, the Mowgli fight, man, he was trying to get off, but he was just completely outclassed, and the same thing in the Devontae Smith fight as well. So I think it looked better than it actually was for Justin coming in. So maybe it was a recency bias off his punching power, but I would like to think he can get Rosa out of there. But Rosa's pretty durable. But I'm gonna have to go Rosa on this just because of his grappling edge.
Yeah, and they got Rosa pegged at -170 and Justin Jaynes +140. So that looks like the odds makers are going on Rosa as well. I also agree. I think Rosa's going to get it done, but this is a tough fight. I wouldn't be shocked if Justin does get him out of there. But I'm definitely picking Rosa on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him. As long as if Justin starts looking dangerous and throwing heaters in those 2nd and 3rd rounds, it could be real dangerous for Rosa if he can't get it to the floor and keep it on the floor. So with that being said, I wouldn't be something high on my tickets or anything like that, but I would have to edge Rosa on this one.
All right, Rosa it is.